Hello and welcome to India's ultimate hip hop podcast. Rolling Stone India presents Hennessy Freestyle. मेरा नाम है निर्मिका सिंह और हमारे साथ हैं अंकित गुडवानी AK47 all the way from
47.
Gurgaon.
Delhi, Gurgaon, yes.
मेटाफर लेते हो हमेशा स्पोर्ट्स का और बोलते हो कि जैसे सहवाग आता है आके धोके पेल के चला जाता है. I feel that the start to the year has been very similar with you. आपको लगता है this is the year for something really big that you're blowing out of the park?
Yeah, definitely. मतलब not just I have to do what I'm supposed to do every year. I also have to make up for the last year. Like I did not release a lot of music, and a lot of people, a lot of them are mad at me for that.
Wow.
So it's not something that I'm, just handed. I really have to make up for that, and I really have to make it the biggest thing that Indian hip hop has ever seen. I have to do it. It's like my responsibility.
Lovely. So abhi you feel that there is an artistic responsibility to all the creative things that you're doing for yourself. अपने लिए भी कर रहे हो लेकिन responsibility भी है scene के लिए.
हाँ मतलब अगर पूरा scene नहीं बोलूँगा तो definitely मेरे fans के लिए तो है ही कि like they want a lot from me and I did not do it last year, so I have to do it this year and I have to do it really big. So
बढ़िया. Fans क्या बोल रहे हैं बैंजो के बारे में?
और उनको अच्छा लगा पर जैसे ही गाना निकलता है 2 दिन के बाद अगला गाना कब आ रहा है. It's like लेबल का गाना यार 1 महीना चलेगा भी आराम से, वो थोड़ा घुमाओ उसे घिसो ढंग से, एक बार उसके मिलियन स्ट्रीम्स जाएंगे, then we're gonna think about the next one.
बढ़िया.
Well, people are really happy. मतलब they have so after Asli Independent, I just like made really rappity rap songs, the extreme hip hop things. That's what I've been doing. Banjo is something it's of a very different class of mine. अलग से जो मैं that I would do in 2019 or 2020. So people got to see that again, and surprisingly they liked it. I thought like they might not really accept it again.
Wow.
Because I moved on to a different thing that people are like really passionate about. The metaphors, the bars, all the real rap things. But then I got back again to punchlines and relatable lyrics and the common slangs and the things that people do in everyday life. And they loved it. Not just them, like a lot of new people loved it. So that was crazy for me. Banjo did great.
I'm so glad to hear. Are you always very conscious about how the fans are going to receive your music? बनाते समय ध्यान में रहता है?
नहीं बनाते समय नहीं, but definitely while I'm releasing. So that's a thing. I don't know if it's a problem. When I would start writing it, I would do it because I want to do it. I would make whatever I want to. But when at the time of releasing, I would be like, शायद वो चीज़ अगर मैं लिख देता इसके अंदर तो लोगों को और ज़्यादा पसंद आता. So I don't know. I would always be conflicted with that. And I think there is nobody who would not think about it. I think everybody does it for their fans. Almost everybody does it for their fans. And people are conscious. Yeah.
Sure. I'm also very curious to know how did the cultivation and the growth of this community happen over time? Tell me, if you can rewind the tape a little bit, tell us about maybe the early years where you realize, hey, मेरे fans हैं और अब जो मैं कर रहा हूँ ना अपने लिए तो कर रहा हूँ, उनके लिए भी कर रहा हूँ और ये बढ़ना ही है. एक जो I think that direction, that discipline comes with knowing, hey, there is a community that's being catered to. वो कब हुआ, कैसे हुआ, कितने songs के बाद हुआ?
So I started writing way back in like 2010 or 11, but I was like writing really bad. उस टाइम पे मुझे नहीं पता था कि मैं कितना घटिया लिखता हूँ. पर धीरे-धीरे I just like made a habit out of it. I started writing more and more. I practiced a lot, and then I got better at it. And there's this thing called the imposter syndrome.
Yes.
Like,
आपको imposter syndrome?
Yeah, I was affected really badly with it. And it took me some time to get out of that thing कि नहीं भाई you're not the best rapper in the world. तू कहीं close भी नहीं है उस चीज़ के. So I'm really hard on myself. Like कभी कुछ लिखना होता. So I started writing in English, and then soon I realized कि इसका अभी तो कोई scope नहीं है. I won't say इसका future नहीं, but I knew उसका कोई scope नहीं है. There is no room for it. वहाँ पे like मैं जो लिख रहा हूँ मेरे घर पे नहीं समझ में आ रहा है. तो मैं कैसे expect कर लूँ कि किसी और को क्या समझ में आएगा कि मैं क्या लिख रहा हूँ वहाँ पे. I started doing it in Hindi, and then I started with spoken word, and then I added beats to it, and then I would rap on topics and relatable things, and that's how the thing started rolling stone. That's how the thing started rolling, and it's just with every video I was not really getting hip hop loving fans or rap loving fans, but content loving people. Like they were not really interested in how I was saying it. They were really interested in what I was saying. So उसके बाद से when I actually switched to something with more of a structure, you know, that जिसको मैं rap बोल सकूं actually, and that was the time when I got to know कि like नहीं, lot of people are there जो मेरे पहले गाने से मेरे को अभी तक follow कर रहे हैं, and they are still here like since day one, जिनको day ones बोलते हैं हम लोग, and that's how I got to know कि it's just gonna increase with every song. तो हर गाने के साथ वो चीज़ बढ़ती गई, and there came a point when I went to Comic Con and there was this guy who was like, "Are you 47?" That was the first time for me.
Wow.
And
Which year was this?
I think it was 2018.
Okay.
It was maybe 2017 or 2018, like one of the years. मेरे को पता नहीं किस टाइम में गया था. I just went like twice. दूसरी बार में they were like, "Oh, are you 47?" And I was like, "Yes." Like, "Can I get a picture with you?" I was like, "Of course, let's do that." I was really happy.
Yeah,
it was the first time. And then I realized कि I think I can get used to this. It's amazing. So yeah, वो point था जहाँ मेरे को लगा कि नहीं, अभी चीज़ just got real.
Right.
It's off the internet now and it's in the real world.
Yes.
So I think that was the point when I got to know कि नहीं भाई, चीज़ बढ़ रही है यहाँ से. Like I have people that I wouldn't say love me, but definitely love my music. They like what I do.
Cool. I think when they love, it's a thing, right? I believe that people get invested in not just the artistry and the music, but also the artist. So they've got to love the artist to believe in him and to really support him. और आपने बहुत अच्छी बात यहाँ पे बोली content की, कि मैं content बना रहा था, people loved how I was doing it. They didn't care what I was doing.
No, it's the other way around.
It's the other way around?
But now it's both the things.
Okay.
Now they like what I do and they like how I do it.
Beautiful. So you're combining art with content, is what you're saying?
Yes. That has always been the idea.
Yes.
I really did not want to enlighten people about life or inspire them to do. If they get inspired, that's a bonus for me. But that was not the point ever. It was just to show them that this is what you do. It's not just my story. You are also like this. So yeah, that was the main idea. कि वो दोनों चीज़ को मिलाना है. I don't have to just show off my skills, but also कि ये तुम्हें सुनने में भी अच्छा लगना चाहिए जो मैं बातें कह रहा हूँ यहाँ पे. So when that point came, it was pretty nice.
Cool. और मुझे लगता है कि उसमें भी कितने सारे क्या बोले हैं मिनी रेवोल्यूशंस हैव हैपेंड, राइट? एक तो बड़ा ऑब्वियस है असली इंडिपेंडेंट, आप उसमें इंडिपेंडेंट, राइट? एवरीवनस गोइंग अबाउट इंडिपेंडेंट, और अभी लेबल है. तो आप मेरे को बताओ कि अभी आप कितने इंडिपेंडेंट हो, और जो इंडिपेंडेंस का जो है आइडिया, इज इट जस्ट रेलिगेटेड टू बिजनेस, रिलीज, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, या फिर एक वो एस्थेटिक है, एक बिलीफ है, एक जो आपका जो कल्चर है, कोर है, वो इंडिपेंडेंट रहेगा ही?
ओके, सो टेक्निकली इंडिपेंडेंट बंदा वो होता है जो किसी लेबल से साइन नहीं है. Now I am signed to a label that technically does not render me independent, but I am still allowed to make whatever the fuck I want to make. I can do songs with my label, and I'm also allowed to make songs independently and release them through my own resources. मैं अपने आप से उस चीज़ को कर सकता हूँ. I am given that thing. मतलब मैं उस तरह से मैं independent हूँ, but like if we take it as a whole, तो उसके अंदर like technically I'm not independent anymore. But if we talk about asli independent, I'm still asli, man. Like you can take the independent out of me, that's all right. But I'm still gonna make what I was making. Maybe make it more palatable. Make it.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
What can I do? I have to. But
why are the Londas so aggressive, यार? What's happening? क्या लौंडागिरी होती है?
Like not all of them are aggressive.
आपके म्यूजिक में तो बहुत है.
कौन सा गाने, किस गाने में आपको aggressive?
I even feel
जिस गाने में aggressive है उधर लौंडा word use ही नहीं हुआ होगा. That's just my thing. कि like अगर मैं वहाँ पे मेरे को गुस्सा दिखाना है and I just can't like go ahead and murder people because it's illegal, it's not right. तो I would show aggression in those songs जहाँ पे मैं बस भरा बैठा हूँ मुझे निकलना है. Does not really mean that's how I'm in real life. Okay. I might have anger issues, but not necessarily explosive. I might be implosive. So I have to do something about it. So I would write. And if people think that that's who I really am, sure, think whatever you want to.
And people will have multiple ideas. They'll
Definitely.
perceive you
So
differently.
That's the thing about rappers. And not all of us, but most of us, we would claim that everything we write in our song is 100% true. That's not the case. It's never the case. I won't say ki like everything is
made up,
imaginative or made up, but definitely there are points where you would want to make the track sound more beautiful than it can be with the original story. So you would have to. That's what creativity is.
Yeah, that's
that's
your
what art
poetic
is. Like we would
license.
have to be. So in my songs, I'm my own director, actor, script writer, everything. And like if an actor does something different, like in a movie, if a guy is taking drugs, and the other movie he's beating up people, and some other movie he's just like very anxious about things, nobody would identify those characteristics with the real life persona
Yes,
of the image.
for
But
sure.
with rappers, it's just कि तूने गाने में ये बोला है तो तू यही है. Because that's what we have been doing so far. And I
That's
think
true.
it's about fucking time that we just own up to the fact that not everything is real. It's art. Sometimes I create characters. So, like, agar banjo ki baat kare, that's not 100% me. Maybe at some point it was 100% me,
Right.
but not right now.
Right.
So, but I can still sing it. It's my song. I made it.
Very cool.
Like, I have to own up to it. I was that guy at some point in time. Not right now. Definitely not. So, it's just a character that I built.
Nice. So,
Yeah.
so on how many counts and in how many ways have you stayed the same, person that you were artistically, creatively, say from 2018 till now? And what are the things that have completely changed? You're not that person anymore.
I don't really have like the points in the timeline.
Sure.
But definitely I'm less angry now.
Okay.
Oh, I can still write the same stuff. I can write better stuff now, but I'm less angry. I'm less anxious about my career.
Okay.
Money is not a problem anymore.
Beautiful.
If that counts, I don't know. I trust people less now. Yeah. I don't know if it's because of the art or because of what I've seen. Because of my art. It's just, at this point of time, if somebody tells you good things about you and not about your art, I don't know if I can trust them. Yeah.
Is it because the scale at which you are right now? Is it because of all these
Oh no, I think
things?
it's the journey. I think it's the experience.
Okay.
It's I've seen a lot of people, met a lot of people, and they just turn out to be different. And I'm talking like completely industry, not कुछ ऐसा प्यार व्यार वाला सीन नहीं कि मेरे को तुझसे प्यार हुआ और 2 साल बाद तू मुझसे प्यार नहीं करती. Not that. वो भी है चलो, but उसकी बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ मैं अभी. It's the industry thing, yeah.
Sure. Do you feel that you've been taken advantage of in the past by the industry, or do you think that you've been able to tackle that beast? You know what game to play, or one is always learning along the way, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, दोनों चीजें हुई हैं. Obviously, पहली चीज पहले हुई है. उसके बाद I got to know कि what to do and what not to do. But yes, people do try to take advantage of you. There won't be anybody who wouldn't do it. मतलब ज़रूरी नहीं है कि somebody is trying to take advantage of you doesn't mean they won't give you anything in return. But there are a lot of people who would just want to suck the fortune out of you and not really help you with anything. That's the people that I'm talking about.
Right.
And they would just damn, it got heavy.
That's fine.
I
think that's the whole idea.
Yeah, but so yeah, like अगर आपकी journey है, मतलब I actually was thinking like कि आप क्या questions पूछ सकते हो, and I thought कि हो सकता है कि आप मेरे को पूछो कि अगर किसी को if there are budding artists or anybody like जिनको कुछ चाहिए, तो I would definitely say कि don't trust anybody but yourself. Oh. Yeah, do it yourself, make it yourself, and you will be there by yourself.
Amazing, and that's very inspiring, because I feel that with everybody, and you know, we see all of these inspiring people around us. That's the one thing they tell everybody, that belief is your only and your first fuel, right? When you realize that you need to cultivate it, harness it, you know, that's a different journey. But once you realize it, there's nobody and nothing in this world that you trust more than your own belief. Now I'm guessing that you have a dream team, that you have people that believe in you, right? The scene is conspiring to uplift you and exalt you and make you bigger and greater and make those dreams come close. And there could be a lot of, I think, discord between those aspirations, right? Your aspirations versus what the people would like from you. Yeah. Are you aware कि यहाँ पे gap हो सकता है कि मुझे ये करना है लेकिन ये शायद नहीं होगा, अभी मैं ये कर लूँ? Because I feel that with a lot of people in hip hop, there have been templates. अच्छा, इसने ये करके ना ये ऐसे किया, मैं ये कर सकता हूँ, ये ऐसे route हो सकता है, और अब label भी है, वो मुझे ये route दे सकता है. Do you still have a journey that you want to follow? that you want to marry with the journey that somebody else might want to dictate for you?
I mean, yeah, there would be a lot of brains and a lot of mouths. I mean, people would tell you कि ऐसे कर लो, इसने ये करा है, there's a formula for it. But this is what I believe and what I would always want to believe and what I've always believed अभी तक कि एक formula सिर्फ एक बंदे के लिए काम करता है. Like if they have done it and it's their secret sauce, they will tell you about their secret sauce in open and it won't be a secret anymore because they're not afraid of it getting stolen because it won't work for anybody else other than them. It won't happen.
Yes.
It might happen, like anomalies are there, हर जगह exceptions होते ही हैं. But most cases के अंदर वो काम नहीं करेगा. Like I don't have to make what's selling right now. I just have to be the best at what I do. I don't have to be the best rapper out there, but I definitely have to be somebody जिसको आप mimic नहीं कर सकते. Like if this is something that 47 does, then there's nobody else. I won't even say कि कोई उससे बुरा कर रहा है. कोई कर ही नहीं सकता जो मैं कर रहा हूँ. Like it's my thing. मैंने अपने आप को उस चीज़ के अंदर evolve किया है. So I have my own game going on that way through. So there would be a lot of times, there still are, people would say कि ऐसे करो नहीं वैसे करो.
Cool. तो ये बात तो सही है. ठीक है, you're doing your unique thing and I'm sure that the security and the confidence and the passion comes from that. लेकिन अब आप बोलते हो कि हिप हॉप सबका हो सकता है, लेकिन हमारे दिल्ली, बॉम्बे, एवरीवेयर पीपल टॉक अबाउट संभालने का हमारा है रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, हमने संभाला है हिप हॉप. And while they're taking ownership for the entire community, they're also saying कि it couldn't be just the uniqueness that is bringing that diversity, right? It's also कि there is that one spot which only I can claim. So is there no denying to the fact that there are very few spots? So while it's great कि we are doing our own nice special things in our own ways, the fact that the aspiration to be the best is still there.
Like first of all, it's not like you can't put it in quantity. Like there is no score to it. Who's the best rapper? Who's not?
You can't quantify, yeah.
Apart from that, like I would have to care about it. Like if I'm the best rapper out there or not, or who's the best rapper out there or not, I really don't care. I just do my thing. This is what I do and this is what I'm good at, and I'll keep on doing that. And apart from that, the thing that he said about कि hip hop को मैंने संभाला, हमारे शहर ने संभाला, and all that. In any of my songs, I've never said that, and I think I might never say it ever.
Sure.
Because I don't think that's true. मैंने नहीं संभाला hip hop को, मेरे को नहीं पता hip hop को कैसे संभालते हैं, ये लोग क्या कर रहे हैं जो hip hop को संभाल रहे हैं. I don't know. I just do my thing. Most of the rappers in their songs would just talk about rap. They're not really rapping. They're just talking about rap. कि like I'm the best rapper. या rap ऐसे करते हैं. या मेरे से अच्छा कोई rap नहीं करता. In every fucking song. आप at least मुझे rap करके दिखाओ without talking about rap or hip hop, and then we'll see कि आप कितना अच्छा करते हो. Then maybe in the next song you can say कि हाँ पिछला गाना में मैंने कुछ बोला था substantial कि अब मैं बोल सकता हूँ कि नहीं I'm the best rapper out there.
This is unique because sometimes you're saying it's not backed by talent.
I'm not saying that.
Not saying that?
People are talented.
बोल रहे हो कि
नहीं, they are talented. A lot of, like, I think just कि मैंने गाने आज तक सुने, I would never go and look for an artist. Somebody would recommend it to me. And when that happens, definitely that guy has something कि कोई मेरे को उसका गाना सुना रहा है. In any way. चाहे वो cringe हो या वो अच्छा हो. कोई मेरे को सुना रहा है तो it has something different. Now, when they use their skills in those lyrics, the skills are there. But what exactly are you talking about? There's no content there. You're not really saying anything. It's just hot garbage. They are talented. But say something.
Okay.
Don't just tell me how talented you are. Show me how talented you are. That's my
got it.
thing.
So that essence and the substance,
Yes.
right? Which
Yes.
could be maybe their story and the narrative. And we've been talking about stories a lot, right? You know, hip hop and the storyteller aspect of being an artist in the scene. Do you think that really underpins a person's journey? Like that, the talent has to be backed with a story that should be reflected in the work that they do?
Maybe just don't start saying it with your first song.
All
Like,
right.
don't go ahead, like, just, that's how you put your debut song out, saying that you're the best.
Got it.
I don't know, maybe just like make 10 songs and then tell people like, yeah, I've made great 10 songs. I think I could be the best. That's what I think.
Cool. And what is your aspiration? Like, what is the takeaway that you'd like people to have with your music? Of course, I mean, it's up to them to think that you're the best. Maybe a lot of them think so. But what is the one thing that you want people to know for sure? कुछ एक एस्पिरेशन हो कि यार ये तो बंदे को समझ में आ जाना चाहिए कि मैं ये कर सकता हूँ. ये unquestionable है. What aspect of your artistry is unquestionable, unparalleled, maybe your USP?
I don't know. I think people that listen to me, people that like my music, they think I'm their best antidepressant. I mean, and अभी तक ये मैंने सुना था कि people would say कि my music saved lives, your music saved my life. I have gotten that multiple times. That dude, you saved my life. I don't know कि if I would actually start making songs with that narrative or not, but that was never the purpose. It's a good thing that
Amazing,
I did that.
though.
It's an amazing thing.
Wow.
But when I was making those songs, I was just making them for myself. So that's the thing that I've gotten the most. Ki whenever, like my own niece, मुझे नहीं पता था. The last time I met her, she was in class 8. 2 days ago, she texted me ki she calls me Chachu. I'm her uncle. So बोला चाचू आपका गाना चल रहा था ऑफिस के कॉल पे. I was like, fuck that, तू ऑफिस कब गई? ये कब हुआ?
What?
And then she told me she studied for her thing. So there's a song of mine called Guda, and she heard that song a lot. Now I really don't have a huge female following because of the kind of content that I make. It's not sexist. It's just very male oriented. But उसने जब मुझे ये बोला, I was like, नहीं bro, कुछ तो कर दिया यार. Like she said कि you inspired me. Because of that song, she did something. A lot of people cleared their papers और कोई कुछ IIT निकल गया, कोई IAS बन रहा मेरे गाने सुन के. I have not done those things.
Amazing.
And they give me like 2% of the credit, and I think like they're far too kind.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
And I feel that these very precious validations
Yes.
are so important
Oh, yes.
in sort of, right? Because, yeah. Also because it's coming from family. And we do not, we make it very underrated.
Yeah.
People don't talk about it. We all talk about Janta and fans. And I'm sure you're feeling that moment right now when your niece told you that nothing in the world could compare to her telling you, dude, Chachu, aapne ye. And I think that we're all aspiring for that. On that note, I want to know, what is that one validation that you want from anyone that you are inspired by in the scene? अगर वो बोल दे कि तू ठीक कर रहा है काम, तो you're like, I'm sure मैं ठीक कर रहा हूँ.
I don't think it's some artist. I think, all right. I think it's my Tauji.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
That's okay.
Yeah.
एक तो होता है to be an artist that's working in the studio, writing, you're practicing your skills in your craft. और दूसरा है the creation of the facade of an artist, attitude, all of this, right? Living up to that image. Is it thoroughly enjoyable for you to keep sort of balancing between the two? Because you have to be good on both counts. If you're great there and not good here, maybe people would be like, we need the whole package. How is it as an artist who is, I mean, we can properly say, testify kar sakte hai that you're really a breakout artist that everyone is watching out for this year for sure. And I'm sure it's only going to grow. The facade of an artist and the excellence of an artist. कैसे combine करके
Well,
रखते हैं?
what's the facade of an artist? Like, what kind of facade are you talking
I
about?
feel the whole life that you feel that you have to live.
It's not necessarily a facade, right?
Really? Okay, so
I'm
this
just
is true.
asking, like, why would
I
you?
would think that a lot goes into giving off the impression that this person is like this, right? And of course, I mean, you would wear clothes otherwise. You would wear, but here, when you're aware that you're dealing with people who are not just meeting you as Ankit, but as 47, is there an extra layer of, I don't know, artistry that you have to wear to live up to that image? Or this is what you signed up for? Yes, aisa hi hoga. Now I can't just be the boy next door making music.
Oh no, it's not. I'm not. Like the drip is not 24/7. Matlab.
Okay.
Maybe it is for some people. I don't know.
That's a cool thing to say. It's not 24/7. Okay.
I mean, if I know I have to, and let's say कि मैं rapper नहीं हूँ तो, अगर मुझे कहीं शादी में जाना, I would be somebody else, right?
Sure.
उस time पे I can't be जो मैं घर पे बन के बैठा हूँ, I'll just go like that. So I think that is it. मतलब मैंने I would definitely take it as Like I would wear something else or be somebody else on special occasions where the special occasion would be I have to go as 47.
Sure.
But there's nothing more to it than that. It's a very regular person thing.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't
So it
think
doesn't spill over to the other things. It hasn't affected the idea
Not at
of
all.
like living up to a larger than life image of 47. Doesn't spill over.
No, I think that's what I do even on my Instagram. I am very approachable. Like people would never think ki, this guy is living life king size, because I'm not. I'm not claiming to be that person, and I'm not even showing it. So like if I do something that I think a normal, okay, I don't know why I
I
say
love
normal.
what you did. Can you do that finger thing that you did on the Instagram reels where you were saying कि आप मेरे को
Oh
कहीं ले
shit,
जाओ?
yes. Can you? It's like
I can't
हमारे
start.
childhood के gang
I
signs. Like
मैं तो अभी
this is how you throw this gang sign.
basically the whole reel was that मेरे को आप कहीं ले जा नहीं सकते हो.
Yeah.
And what was the thing that you were doing with a glass of water?
You've never done that?
I've done it, but I think it's a very boy thing. I think मेरा भाई करता था वो सब नाटक.
हाँ, ये हो सकता है, but
And
like
अजीब सी आवाजें at different stages of their lives.
you want me to do it? You don't want me to do it. It's not a Rolling Stone thing. This is the facade that I have to carry.
See, I told you I'll make
Yeah,
you
it's
break
just,
it. इससे कर सकते हैं.
Yeah, sure.
ये लगेगा. Okay, so feels so nice to hold it though. It's so nice and cold. You were saying that you're very relatable and very approachable, and if someone sees your Instagram, they'd know that this person is not that 24/7.
And it's effortless. Like I'm not trying to be somebody कि अगर मैं relatable लोगूँ तो I'll get more followers, or because of that new Instagram algorithm कि आप जितना ज़्यादा organic दिखोगे उतना ज़्यादा जाओगे or whatever. It's very seamless for me. Like I really don't have to be somebody else. This is me and this is everybody else. So, and that's one of the reasons why my music works for a lot of people.
Sure.
कि I'm not saying कि भाई मेरे पास Bentley है, क्योंकि नहीं है. And I'm not saying कि bro.
अभी नहीं बोल रहे हो. जब आएगी तब
Definitely, I can बिल्कुल बोलूँगा उस टाइम पे. और
I think बोलना चाहिए अगर अपने पैसे से खरीदिए तो.
And that's the thing कि अभी मैं लोगों को बोल रहा हूँ कि ये मैं हूँ और ये तू है और हम दोनों सेम है. बाद में मैं बोलूँगा कि ये मैं हूँ और ये तू है, हम दोनों सेम नहीं है, पर तेरे को ये बनना है. तेरे को भी इधर आना है क्योंकि हम दोनों पहले सेम रह चुके हैं. तो अगर मैं चला गया यहाँ पे तो तू भी जा सकता है. So वो relatable factor और aspirational factor को बीच में switch करते रहना पड़ता है.
Sure.
And I forgot the question.
No, that was it. That was it. That how do you sort of switch between the two identities?
It's seamless. That's my answer.
Brilliant.
It's effortless.
Amazing. I think one of the better things that have happened, one of the more glorious things that have happened recently is, of course, you signing to Def Jam Recordings.
Yes.
And I think that is momentous because उसका legacy जो है
Yes.
unparalleled है.
Yes.
Can you even believe कि आप मतलब 35 साल से जो label काम कर रहा है, now when they come to India, they've got you as one of their flagship artists. Tell me everything about what happened. And I know that it's been a long drawn process also, but what led to it? How did it happen? And what is this year looking like for you?
So it started in 2021. I was contacted by Universal Music के people, and we talked to them, and they wanted me for some other label. उस time तक Def Jam का कोई scene नहीं था.
अच्छा.
And then I talked to Devraj Sanyal, Universal's head, and we just tried to understand कि क्या vision है, what exactly are we looking for, या ये चीज़ कहाँ जा सकती है, what can happen. And I was also happy with the other label that I was getting into because the money was nice. So why the fuck not? I would do that.
Sure.
And then on my birthday, he called me and he was like, you know what? I would have sent you something, but I have a better gift for you. And I'm going to tell it to you. I'm going to tell you that like in a month's time. I was like, sure, let's do that. In a month's time, he did call me and he was like, Def Jam ka naam suna hai? Like, is that a trick question? Like what? Def Jam? Yeah, suna hai. What about it? It's like, tu usme sign ho raha hai. It's like, get the fuck out of here, man. Like, you're not, this is not, and that was amazing for me because it's, matlab, agar my resources and the machinery and the help that I would get and all the things, the money and everything, if I just like put it aside, that roster that they have, everybody who, the artists that are signed with Def Jam, were signed with Def Jam at some point, were the people who introduced me to rap.
Sure.
So that means big deal for me. Like, it means a lot to me. Kanye is there and DMX was there. And I think at some point Jay-Z was there, like before he started his own thing. And big names. These are the biggest names. Like not even, I won't even say like one of the big. These are the biggest people in hip hop or in any genre out there, and I would be in a list parallelly to them that has so in like एक page होगा Def Jam का. Even I might be at the bottommost place, but still, it's the same list that starts with Kanye West. Justin Bieber's there, and I was like, I belong to the same army. That cool. Same thing. That was cool. वहाँ मेरा जो मैंने sign किया था वो तो उधर ही वसूल हो गया मेरा. Like this is the thing. बाकी सब कुछ, of course, it's gonna be on what kind of music I make and what kind of help I'm getting. Dino James is there with me. We're like, say whatever you want about us, but when Def Jam came to India, we were the first artist that got signed to it. Like, you can't take that away from us.
For sure.
So, that was something. I mean, the best thing that I liked about this deal, I think I got, like, cooler after it. Oh. I'm really cool.
More power to you.
Yeah. I'm the coolest rapper out there.
That's amazing. That's cool.
Yeah.
Also, of course, it's cool. It's super cool. It's also made you, I feel, retrospectively, या फिर futuristically, you're a pioneer. Just because Def Jam India में you're the first few, है ना? तो अब आप pioneer the status, है ना? वो अब now you cannot deny that. Amazing. Tell me, how is this year looking for you? I know that singles are on your mind.
Yes.
आप नहीं कर रहे EP शीपी अभी, कोई album भी नहीं या singles?
नहीं. So this is the thing. I don't know आपने कहाँ सुना है कि मैं कोई EP शीपी नहीं कर रहा.
पता है सारे.
But that was like बहुत पहले when I was thinking about it. So even like 2019 or 2020 when I did this interview with Raj Jones. Shout out to Raj Jones, one of the main men of Indian hip hop. Did a lot for Indian hip hop than any rapper would. Did a lot. That guy.
Cool. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Shout out Raj.
उसके साथ मेरे 2 interviews हैं. उसके अंदर मैंने मेरे को पूछा था if you're planning an EP or an album. I think तब तक असली नहीं आई थी. And I was like कि unless I get like a lot of monthly listeners on Spotify and a lot of subscribers on YouTube, there's no point of releasing an album.
Sure.
क्योंकि जितना time मैं उसके अंदर डालूंगा उतना time मेरे को scene से गायब रहना पड़ेगा, obviously, because I would have to work on my craft.
Sure.
But now, when I have a substantial base, a good number, I think, I'm not promising anything, but hopefully there might be something at the end of the year. I might release my debut album.
That's brilliant. You're considering it. And what are the things that are preventing
I'm not really considering it. Like, I'm like a step further than that.
Okay.
Thoda sa, not promising anything again.
Okay.
एक स्टेप आगे बस वही नाम सोच रहे हो.
अच्छा.
और कुछ नहीं.
बेसिकली एल्बम तैयार है, नाम सोच रहे हो और बताओगे डेट.
हाँ, still not promising anything, but
I like when people do that.
अगर होगा तो इस साल definitely हो सकता है कुछ. मतलब I would want to do that. I think now it's my time to do it.
Of course, it's your time. I think this is your year and the years to come, definitely. How has the life sort of aspect of your artistry changed since the Def Jam signing? Are you more conscious of like, okay, up to it has to probably go on another level? Do you, consciously work on building that as well, as much as building what you're doing in studio?
Yeah, I think I am more conscious about it now. Okay. I do have to. So that's the thing. I still would make the same music, but I would, instead of making my own beats or mixing the songs myself or giving my own shitty creative inputs for the music video ideas, I would let the pros handle it.
Sure.
And I would just like completely focus on the lyrics part or the flow part or my vocals part. So that's where it changes everything for me. Because abhi tak I have been a DIY artist. Sab kuch maine khud kiya. I've made my own music. Sometimes I've made my own cover arts. I've made my own music videos, color graded them, edited them, everything I've done myself.
Wow.
And I was not doing it because I had like a passion for it.
You just had to.
I had to do it. And now when I can get other people for it to do it, definitely do it better. I would want my lyrical part or my content to match up to that level. Now it's not them trying to, keep up with me.
Wow.
It's the other way around now because I know they're really good. Now I have to step my game up. So that's where it is like if they can give me money and I can make like a really big music video, but the song has to be worth a big music video. And that's where it changes everything. Now and also it like takes a lot of time because it's an international label. And if I send something like, this is my next Def Jam song and that's what I want to do, it's going to go through a lot of people. That's going to take a lot of time.
Right.
And in that time, I'm going to have 1,000 different thoughts. Ki main aur kuch changes kar deta hu gaane ke andar. So these are the big major aspects जहाँ पे चीज़ मेरे लिए change है. And definitely I am conscious about it. I would want to give my 100,000 million gazillion bazillion %
Perfect.
to it. Yeah.
Amazing. It's going to happen, I'm sure. And apart from the albums, what are the big things on your big canvas of ye bhi karna hai, wo bhi karna hai, things that are in motion that you can talk about?
जो चीज़ें करनी है. Oh, everything like possible. I would want to start my own clothing line, definitely.
Okay.
I mean, surely not right now. I would want to have my own production house. I would want to act. I would want to make films. I want to do that. There are a lot of things. I would also want to like open up a custom shop.
A custom shop?
Like a motorcycle thing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you're a rider.
I don't know like if the question was directed in that way, but is that what you wanted?
That was the question.
All right.
Thank you. And you like went along with it and gave us so much. Amazing. Great. So this is amazing that we've been able to really extract what we want to do. लेकिन एक बहुत important question है जो मैंने पूछा ही नहीं, जो आप मुझे बताओगे.
क्या?
कि आपका नाम 47 क्यों?
नहीं, let's not go there. All right. For the last time, let's just can we like officially kill this question here?
Please.
इसके बाद I've like मैंने radio station पे बोला है, मैंने राज जोन्स को बोला है, other interviews, newspaper, everywhere.
हमने नहीं पूछा, आप बता रहे हो अपनी श्रद्धा से.
नहीं, मैं इसलिए बता रहा हूँ क्योंकि आपको जानना है. मेरे को
मैं तो बोला भी नहीं एक बार भी. आपने
मैं बताऊंगा and this like Rolling Stones, I have to do this. मेरा नाम है अंकित गुडवानी. That's like उसको short करोगे तो AG बनता है. And AG is the scientific symbol for silver. Silver का atomic number, that means the number of protons is 47. Fuck my life.
Oh my.
वो मेरे सामने था, class 12th chemistry book खुली हुई थी, मैंने periodic table देखा, वहाँ पे AJ लिखा था, नीचे 47 लिखा था. I was like, it matches, could be me. It was not a conscious decision कि मेरे को कुछ करना है. It just, I stumbled on it. It was right there. I was not good in chemistry, in case you're wondering. I was not really great at studies. It just happened, and that is it. I'm a nerd though, but
I love it. It's the Mendeleev's periodic table.
It's not Mendeleev's though. Mendeleev's का was पुराने वाला, I think.
40, I think सारे Mendeleev's नहीं होते.
नहीं, they started with like वो अलग है and the elementary periodic table is. मेरे ख्याल से, I could be wrong.
Okay. I'm not going to ask you 47 questions, just a few.
Okay.
What was your first job?
First job? Oh, I think I was in college and I joined this BPO for like a month and got like 5,000 rupees.
Beautiful.
I'm talking like 2010.
Amazing.
So, yeah. Like a summer thing, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Which is the one thing you think that the world needs to stop doing?
I don't know, TikTok.
TED Talk?
TikTok.
TikTok.
Yeah. Not really like stop doing, but like they are, I don't know, I'll take it back.
Okay, that's fine.
Nahi.
Chalega.
Yeah.
Maybe like snacky content.
Yeah, fuck.
But you please keep making those reels. They're damn funny.
Yeah.
Do you have a nickname at home? Can you tell us?
Oh, I don't. But I do have nickname, not at home, but a lot of my friends call me Bhai Pepsi.
Bhai Pepsi?
I don't know why. I think I do know why. I like back in the day I would like have a lot of Pepsi.
Wow.
So, like Bhai Pepsi.
Bhai Pepsi. Yeah. I like that. Then Bhai Pepsi is a nice name for a hip hop act too.
Yeah.
Pepsi bhi sponsor kar dega.
Change it.
Cool.
To Bhai Pepsi.
What is that one subject or that one topic or theme that you want to learn a lot about? Abhi tak, you've not been able to figure out. You want to.
I think there are a lot of things. Okay. It's motorcycles, first of all. Are we talking like anything?
Anything.
Or,
It could be anything under the sun.
It's motorcycle. It's learning like a lot of languages. It's playing flute.
Playing flute?
Yeah.
Of all the instruments?
Yeah.
Amazing.
I love flute. मतलब अभी मेरे को उंगलियां बिठानी आ गई हैं. That's like बहुत ऊपर वाला level है वो चीज़. कि मतलब आपको मैं अगर कभी flute दूंगा and I'll ask you to blow into it, it might not really make a good sound.
Sure.
Yeah. So it took me like a month.
That's amazing.
Just like to get the sound out of it. So yeah, I would definitely want to. Thank you.
That is why I love rapid fires. You get like to hear about the most randomest of things. It's just also so important. Great. So maybe like a flute solo in one of your songs.
Yeah, a lot of people actually don't know that about me. I like flute. I like listening to it and I like playing it also.
Amazing. Yeah. Which is why we have this
and
unraveling.
No flute.
and maybe we don't have flutes of glasses, but great. Yeah. If you were a spy, what would your code name be? अब मेरे को लग रहा है वो भाई पेप्सी हो सकता है.
But then again, I would go with Agent 47. The movie Hitman.
Why not?
Like a detective.
Yes.
Yeah, Agent 47 is good.
I like that. The sound effects. Wow, okay. The first thing that comes to your mind These questions better be nerdy now. The first thing that comes to your mind when I say the following words, okay? I'm gonna laugh because
नहीं, go for it.
titanium. I was like, he's probably gonna give me the atomic number of titanium.
Titanium, my mother.
Amazing, great. Swag. आज की date में-
Raftar.
Oh,
Because
okay.
the song. Swag Mera Desi. Like, that's the first thing that came to my mind.
Brilliant. Disc culture.
Disc culture. What's the first thing that comes to my mind? Disc culture. Overrated.
Delhi.
Dil.
Delhi फिर.
Jaan.
Bombay.
Neighbors. ठीक है, सही है.
अच्छा.
they
हमारी
exist.
शहर में आके हमसे.
नहीं, Bombay is.
तू जानता नहीं.
हाँ, तू जानता नहीं दिल्ली में मेरा बाप कौन है. बॉम्बे का I would say great people, like nice people.
Sure.
They help me with the addresses and everything कि कहाँ जाना है, and nobody takes it personally. So
Brilliant.
nice people, very nice people.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You know, एक चीज है. Apart from this, that I've been meaning to ask, and I think we've spoken about it in bits and pieces here and there about the believers, right? And we've talked about the dream team, people that you're making music for. Hennessy has been a great believer in the arts, Hennessy has been a great believer in hip hop, right? We've seen legacies being built because of their patronage and because of the fact that they genuinely love artists, right? We're doing what we're doing today also because of a lot of love from these kind of supporters. Is there this one source of unwavering support that you get from someone or some quarter that you know is like your backbone? कि ये तो this person has got my back or this believers community has got my back. Is it only your fans?
I mean, I can't say only my fans. I mean, that's still like a very big thing. So not just only my fans. But like, if I have to like pick one person, it has to be my mother. She does not even like directly support me, but she never not supports me. I don't know how to say
Oh.
it. She doesn't know or didn't know what I did or what I do, but she knew कि कुछ तो कर लेगा. मतलब
भरोसा
ये
है.
कर जाएगा. हाँ. तो उनको मेरे ऊपर बहुत भरोसा था, and that is something that I hope सबके parents से उनको मिले, because I can sound like a broken record, but जरूरी नहीं है, पर अगर है तो बहुत अच्छा है.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That has to be my mother.
Sure. Oh, more power to her, and shout out to Ankit's mom. We're coming back to the rapid fire. Okay, the first thing that comes to your mind when I say the following things: summer.
Hate them.
Oh,
I don't like, it's like too sweaty and everything. I also hate winters. I don't know, I think I hate everything.
what do you love? What season do you love?
I think winter's better than summer.
You're from Delhi, of course.
And also, like, if I'm not on diet, then hot chocolate is also there. I would definitely pick winter.
इतना डाइट किस लिए कर रहे हो आप?
बाल कटवाने हैं मुझे.
अच्छा.
Like, I can't let
I
go
love
of...
the reason.
I can't let go of this top knot till the six-pack show.
Oh man.
I can't.
You have the thing कि एक दाढ़ी, what was that thing? चौड़ा नहीं.
Jawline नहीं आ रही थी, दाढ़ी रख ली. That's stuck, man. Like that.
That's stuck, no?
yeah.
Because ये reality है. सारे
हाँ.
दिल्ली के खाते पीते लोगों की reality है.
ऐसा नहीं है सारे दिल्ली के. That's like everywhere in the world. You all have your contouring things and whatnot. We have our दाढ़ी, man.
Oh my God, wow. See, now we see it. Okay, what comes to your mind when I say philosophy?
I don't know, nothing really. Philosophy. Like, I'm not into it, I think. Probably. So probably nothing.
Nothing? Okay. What comes to your mind? And I don't want to pick from something that you've mentioned throughout the conversation. You said something about कि मेरा music है वो sexist नहीं है, male oriented है.
Yes.
ये explain करो मेरे को.
Is that rapid fire?
No, but I want to. Like,
Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
I was gonna say, what's the first thing that comes to your mind when I say sexism? And I thought that'd be an easy way to sort of wrap it up. But we could do this and come back to it.
That was my reason कि मेरे female following कम क्यों है. That's why I said it, and it's because the things that I have not had like a lot of female interaction in like throughout my life. अगर मैं कभी किसी लड़की को like I don't have female friends.
Got it.
And all the interactions that I have just been through my girlfriends or other people that you would, meet for a while and things like that. So I really don't know much about the psyche of women, and अगर मुझे कुछ पता नहीं है तो मैं अपना मुंह नहीं खोलना चाहता. Like I need to know something or the other thing to say about some stuff. But about men or male, like that's जिनके मैं around रहा हूँ शुरू से, and I know a lot about them. So I just talk कि हम लोग कैसे हैं या कैसे जीते हैं या क्या feel करते हैं. So that's why I have ज़्यादा Londe fans than Londia fans.
Wow.
Yeah.
Love those words. I'm not cringing right now at all. ऐसे ही बोल रही हूँ मैं. चलो, we're wrapping up this rapid fire by asking you, what is that first thing that comes to mind when you hear Rolling Stone India?
Oh, dream. I think I like you put me in the story and I googled you like ये कौन है, and I was like, oh, मैं किसी गलत बंदे को तो कुछ नहीं लिख रहा ना. And then I saw you and I was like, I must tell you, like I must tell some human. Like a Rolling Stone page से कुछ tag होता, probably शायद मैं उतना नहीं लिखता, but you were there and I told you कि like शुरू से it's been a dream to be on the cover though, but maybe one day यहाँ तक आ गया, कभी कुछ तो होगा. I actually saw a couple of artists getting on the cover and I was like so jealous. I was like, dude, why not me? Why just put me on the cover? So it's great. This is great. Like if I'm in Mumbai 2-3 दिन के लिए यहाँ पे, it's just for this, and I would have done it किसी भी दिन.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
We're so happy to have you. Okay, and last one. What is the first thing that comes to your mind when I say Hennessy?
Hip hop, probably.
Oh.
I've so that's one of the reasons why I might never use this word in my songs, because almost every rapper has done it.
Yes.
And it's like used a lot. Like every rapper loves Hennessy.
I think it's a given.
Yeah.
Like ये तो
Yeah,
बोलने की
well, it's
ज़रूरत
there.
नहीं. It's there. It's just synonymous with the culture.
Yeah.
On that note, thank you so much, Ankit, aka 47, for being here and for really pouring your heart out. I love your honesty and I think that people connect with you because of your honesty. आपका बड़े दिलदार हो, खुददार हो, और man, this was something. And I hope that all of your dreams come true. And I know they will, because you believe in them and you're
Yes.
working towards them, and they will.
No, but I would like to thank you for this, man. This has been my bola last time. This has been something that I've been wanting to do, and I was invited for it, and that's great. Like Rolling Stone खुद आया मेरे पास, and that's इससे बड़ा क्या होगा मेरे लिए. So that's that. This is like I owe you one. This is amazing.
Oh, thank you. Great. This is Rolling Stone India presents Hennessy Freestyle. मेरा नाम है Nirmika 47. Thank you.
मैं देखता हूँ सपने बड़े, ये मेरी गलती, एक पल के लिए भी पल के ना खुले, ऐसे जलती हैं आंखें रात में. मुझे लगता है सोने से डर, मेरा कौन है धर जो दिखाए मुझे रास्ता. कभी पास था अब है फासला आसमां सा, कभी आस थी पास मेरे अब कुछ नहीं आस पास. बस एक दिल है कांच का, टुकड़े 5 लाख, हाथ काट लूँ या सांसें ना लूँ, करूँ भी तो क्या जब मैं खुद से ही हार चुका. क्या किसी को पता था यहाँ पे ऐसा होगा, सबका पहला प्यार बनेगा सबका पहला धोखा. सबसे गहरा होगा वो जख्म जो देगा दोस्त, अपने साथी को काट के ही मिलेगा सुनहरा मौका. अब मैं बैठा सोचा करता कि काश ना मैं पैदा होता, ना मैं सहता धोखा, ना मैं बैठा रोता. अपने पराये में सबके सब पिसते, पैसा सबका बाप यहाँ रिश्ते में भी किश्ते. इस दर तक इज्जत है गिर गई यहाँ पे कि किस्मत के मारे यहाँ बिस्तर पे बिकते. सड़कों पर धड़कों सर से कर दे अलग, इंसानों की खालों में वो जानवर भी फिरते. क्या है अच्छा क्या है बुरा, क्या ऐसे है क्या वैसे है, ये फैसले कोई कैसे ले. क्या करूं मैं ऐसे में, पर हर बार भगवान देता मुझ में विश्वास, जैसे मरता फरिश्ता हो करता करिश्मा. गंदी गंदी दुनिया है गंदे गंदे लोग, अच्छी जिसकी किस्मत है गंदी उसकी सोच. मेरे दोस्त करे अफसोस मेरी जीत पे, बाहर से हैं खुश साले अंदर से हैं चीखते.